Greetings. Today I want to talk to you about identity. But before I do that, I want to read to you a passage that I became acquainted with when I was very young, going to just about leaving high school. And it's written by James Allen, somewhere around the turn of the last century. As a man thinketh, and this is just a quote from that booklet pamphlet that he had. Mind is the master power that molds and makes. And man is mine, and evermore he takes the tool of thought and shaping what he wills, brings forth 1,000 joys or 1,000 ills. He thinks in secret, and it comes to pass. Environment is but his looking glass. James Allen, as a man thinketh. If you don't have that, go and check it out. I'm sure you can find it YouTube or on the internet. And it leads me to this element that, in my opinion, we are living now in the age of the mind. Yes, the mind. And I'm not talking about the brain, I'm talking about the mind. I just use a symbolic expression or indication that the age of the mind, in my opinion, means what? It means that the religious element, which has explained the mind in many ways over the ages, and the development of science, neuroscience in particular, has now brought this to the fore. We can now explain the phenomenon which has existed all along and which the great teachers have thought about it throughout the ages. So whether it's Moses in the ancient time, Buddha 500 years before the dark skinned Nazarene that people call Jesus, and before Muhammad. All of these great persons spoke about the mind and your imagination. Now we have a greater understanding of how the mind works and how we can use the mind, our mind, to do the things which are necessary to allow us to grow and to prosper. However, our attachments. So we ask you the question, what are you attached to? What do you regard as your identity? There is a saying that attachment is the root of all suffering in the world. Think about it for a moment. Look around you with all the conflicts taking place on our little earth here. All the conflicts. Look at every one of them and what it is all about. It's about identity and attachment. So you are one group and another country is an enemy. And this other country is an enemy. And what is the result of that? You must use might. You must use economic pressure at the national level. At the individual level, what do? You use blame because you have expectation. And because those expectations are not met, you then blame the other person for not meeting your expectation. So now it's time for you to understand how the mind works and how you can improve your self image. Your self image comes out of that attachment. So you need to change your self image, how you see yourself, a recognition of that you are a human being, that we deal with humanity. And as Buddha would put it, he talks about wisdom and compassion. So, how you use your mind, how you understand the inner you, and that the inner you is for peace, happiness, love, and understanding. And if you cultivate those images of yourself, then you're going to attract those and you're going to relate to people in that positive way. So I want to invite you to check out my masterclass that I keep each month. Get in touch and begin your journey of understanding who you are, what your inner powers are, and how you can use the inner you to create a better environment. So take care.